He smirked when he said it. Pack your things, Martin. The door's right there. 28 years of work gone in 7 words. I still remember the hum of the air conditioner, the shine of light on that polished conference table, and the soft click of my laptop closing. I smiled small, polite, practiced. Then I stood, nodded once, and walked out without a word. He thought I'd been crushed, that I'd just disappeared quietly. But by the next morning, my phone was overflowing with calls to 103 of them. The last one was from the founder himself. Why do you own our $750 million patent? I first met Andrew Shaw back in 1996 when the company was nothing but an idea scribbled on a napkin. In a tiny office above a pizza shop, I was a quiet engineer. He was a charming dreamer with a gambler's grin. Together, we built it all technology that could predict oil field efficiency. Software that powered every major energy firm in the country. He'd always say, "You handle the code. I'll handle the world," and I believed him. I worked endless nights, missed birthdays, even buried my father while debugging code. Andrew, meanwhile, learned how to smile for cameras and talk in millions. I didn't mind him taking the spotlight, I never needed it. Until the day, 3 years ago, when I saw the updated shareholder registry. My name was missing. At first, I told myself it was a mistake. It wasn't. The shares I'd earned were quietly restructured. My voting rights merged. My ownership absorbed. Andrew's signature was on every form. So was mine, except I had never signed them. It took 3 weeks to trace the forgery, 3 months to prove it, and 1 long, sleepless night to decide what came next. I didn't shout. I didn't confront him. Instead, I started gathering everything: emails, drafts, timestamped code commits, and one more thing. My invention. The predictive algorithm that changed the entire energy industry. It had been registered under the company's joint ownership, but years earlier, I quietly filed an experimental version of it under my own name before the company even existed. A small legal detail buried in old paperwork that no one paid attention to. By default, ownership still belonged to me. So I waited. I waited until the board grew uneasy, until Andrew's ego stretched past reason, until he began cutting departments in the name of efficiency. When my name came up, I wasn't surprised. He smirked like a man erasing the last trace of where it all began. I simply smiled back, closed my laptop, and left my badge on the table. That night, I transferred the patent not to the company, but to myself, legally, transparently, irrevocably. Then I sent an automated notice to every client and investor. Calm, polite, final, effective immediately. All use of predictive dynamics v3.2 must stop until ownership is clarified. The message went out at 3:17 a.m. By 7 o'clock, the entire system was offline. By 9 o'clock, the founder's first call came through, then 10 more, then to 103 in total. When I finally picked up, his voice was cracked, panicked. "Martin, what the hell did you do?" "Just clearing up ownership," I said evenly. "You can't own that patent, it's company property." I let the silence hang before replying, calm as ever. "Actually, it's mine. Filed under provisional rights, May 18, 1995, before your company existed. Before your signature even mattered." He cursed, begged, threatened. I listened quietly, like hearing a recording from a distant life. "You'll destroy us," he said. I smiled. "You already did." By the end of that week, their market value had fallen 78%. Investors bailed. Regulators stepped in. Andrew resigned. The board kicked him out. I didn't celebrate. Revenge isn't champagne, it's silence after the storm. Still, I'll admit, there was a certain satisfaction in watching his televised apology. Eyes hollow, smile on the man who once towered over everyone, now barely standing. When the founder called again, this time calm, he asked, "What do you want, Martin?" I told him, "Nothing. I already have what's mine. Now I work from a smaller office. No glass walls, no assistants, just peace." The algorithm hums quietly in the background, now serving new industries under a different name. Sometimes I think about Andrew's smirk, his arrogance. That moment he dismissed me. I wonder if he ever understood that it wasn't anger that brought him down, it was precision. Because I didn't storm out when he told me the door was right there. I walked through it and built a new one. And when he finally tried to knock, I made sure it never opened.